Hey, what's up YouTube? So today I'll be installing a bolt-on cutting edge on my Kubota L3901. I have to do a couple mods to it just because this is meant for a larger L series bucket, but anyways, they didn't have any in stock for my tractor until June, and I don't feel like waiting 5 months. So what I did is I bought this cutoff saw. So anyways, I'll be using it to cut, just like shorten it 6 or 7 inches. Anyways, I didn't measure it yet, but my bucket is 66 inches wide, so like this here's 73. But I think with like the whatever sticks out at the end is gonna be more like 67 inches. So anyways, I'll just chop 3 inches off each end. I'm still gonna have like all the same amount of bolts. So like the bolt-on cutting edge I got was it's actually double bevel. So like when this end here is too beat up, then I could just unbolt it, flip it around, and then get 2 uses out of it. So anyways, it's gonna help save my bucket when I either like back drag or like backfill a hole, or if I do open up a driveway or something, like when there's snow. Like anything really, I guess. Like buckets aren't really that sturdy, so anyways, that should prevent me from buying another bucket in a year when it's all beat up. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'll be pulling up the tractor out. I'll just turn it around and then I'll remove the bucket from it. So at the same time, I might just show how the skid steer disconnect works on it. So I got the bucket upside down. Anyways, with the cutting edge just clamped on. So like I marked the holes, center punched them. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, and then after supper I'll drill all the holes, bolt it on, and then anyways I'll flip it over and then put it back on the tractor. All right, so we got all the drills, got all the holes drilled. Jeez, I was trying to say 2 words at once. So I drilled 1/2-inch holes, and then yeah, so I'm gonna clamp the bolt-on cutting edge, and then just bolt her in, put a little dab of blue Loctite. There's also a lock washer anyways, but yeah, so it's coming along. All right, so all the holes line up, so slap the bolts in there. So like you can see here anyways that they're machined the holes square, and then I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but like the bolts are tapered, so like the self center, and then there's like a square machine like on the top here, the bottom of the taper. The only thing I'm not a big fan of, I guess, is the I wish like the kit would come with something that like maybe you even like a drill bit, so like you could drill almost like a taper on the other side of the bucket, so like on the inside, and then have a I don't know, some sort of nut with like a hex key, like that you could bolt with like a big Allen key. Just because like the bolts, like I'll show like a close up like when I flip the bucket around, but like the nuts are gonna be sticking out from the bucket. So like I guess if you were to like carry something that's kind of delicate, or like you don't want to scratch, well, that's probably not for you. Yeah, so this is kind of what I meant, that like the bolts are gonna be, you know, sticking out. So like if you plan on using your bucket to haul something that you don't want to scratch up, man. For me, it's gonna be hauling logs and gravel or whatever. I'm not too concerned. So. All right, so here's the bucket with the cutting edge bolted to it. So I guess like one of the advantages of it is it's going to prevent me from buckling the bucket or just warping it or destroying it. But one of the big disadvantages of it is like the edge probably weighs 75 pounds. So if you're kind of stuck like me with the LA525 loader, you're probably good for just shy above 1,050 pounds of lift capacity. But that's including everything. So like by adding, say like hooks on the bucket, adding like the cutting edge, all that stuff, so you lose some of your capacity. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to put the bucket back on. It was the first time I ever done it, so kind of just you tilt your loader here, so kind of like make it go forward, and then you just pick up underneath here, and then with the skid steer attachment you just lock it in with this lever here, and it just locks in the pin. Anyways, pretty neat. All right. Cool, so anyways, it's back on now. I think it came out pretty good.